Okay, this is the question. Saya harap semua orang dah faham tentang kes ni. Saya highlight sikit. The company is Zekprint, a well-known photocopying stationery. Okay, and situated in Naikuru. Okay, fast-growing city. Okay, and then somewhere around here we have 3 universities, 10 tuition centers for school, and several family-owned bookstores, shopping mall, and a few government departments. Alright, since Zekprint is the only business that provide photocopying services in this city. So this is the example. Okay, maknanya currently Zekprint is the only business that provide photocopying services in this city. It is thriving with endless photocopying orders. Suffers slowdown in business during the university semester's holiday, which lasts for about 2 to 3 months each year, but Zekprint can react above average return. Okay, its owner Ahmad Kamal is very contented with the business operation and despondently has lost touch with strategic planning for Zekprint. He is not worried about competitors as he believes he has built strong barriers. Maknanya dia rasa dia ada strong barriers to enter. And in the form of customers' loyalty. Alright, Ahmad Kamal feels that he will also not be threatened by new entrants, especially during the economic downturn. His current success blind Ahmad Kamal and he thinks that his photocopying business does not need any more planning since it is incorporation. Okay, so Zekprint boasts of excellent photocopying quality as well as superior customer service. Okay, so according to Ahmad Kamal, these core competencies are the pride of Zekprint. However, this is a mere fallacy since Zekprint does not have any competitors since it started the business. So Ahmad Kamal has never once replaced its 5 outdated photocopy machine, limited to hiring only 4 employees to run the business and often faces load to backlog orders. Ahmad Kamal refuses to hire more employees as he does not want to incur high costs on training and related administrative labor compliance requirement. Kemudian recently Ahmad Kamal received news of new development in Aikro. An established photocopy center, Quick Copy, has moved in. Quick Copy is the largest photocopy center chain in the country, providing complete line of photocopy and computer services from simple photocopy to huge poster plotting. So before making it demand, it has already signed long-term contract with all the universities and schools in Aikaro and to provide photocopying kiosks in the campuses and the schools. Beside the kiosks on campuses and in school, Quick Copy also acquired 3 shop lots to run its operations. So it is also doing its part for social responsibility by donating prepaid photocopying cards to needy students. These are the steps taken by Quick Copy that would realize its vision of becoming the leading academic needs provider in Aikaro. The case is I think quite clear and as usual, do you think it is wise of Ahmad Kamal to ignore strategic planning even if there are no competitors? Maybe you can tell me yes or no. Is it wise? Kalau soalan tanya senang saja bila you nak jawab. Is it wise?
No.
Kalau soalan kata is it wise? No, it is not wise. Okay, no, it is not wise for Ahmad Kamal to ignore the strategic planning. So kalau dia ignore ataupun let's say you agreed, since you look at the performance seems like they got no problem. Alamak, ya Allah. Okay, nampak macam tak ada masalah kan? Apa saya buat ni? Sekejap ya. Nampak macam tak ada masalah. So mungkin akan ada yang jawab tak perlu. Mungkin you akan rasa tak perlulah kalau macam tu. Sebab dia dah berjaya pun. Okay, dengan apa yang dia buat tu just okay je. Alright. Mungkin ada yang nak jawab macam tu. Okay. Then they defeat the purpose why you study strategic management. Nampak ke? Ataupun saya kena share semula?
Tak nampak.
Tak ada ya? Maknanya kena share balik Alright, so Bila dia bukan PDF ni pula, macam ni cerita dia. Pelanggarnya dia ni. Okay. Alright, so nampak kan di screen?
Nampak, Madam.
Nampak, Madam.
Okay, thank you. Thank you kalau apa nama satu dua respon, alhamdulillah. Okay, saya tahu insya-Allah semua orang ada dekat sini kan. Betul apa yang saya jangka? Semua orang ada tak tidur sebab yang ni penting untuk test walaupun kita boleh record balik, kita boleh dengar recording tapi saya rasa apa nama unless you ngantuk sangat lah kalau tak ada let's come to the class and listen freshly from me lah. Okay, so do you think it is wise of Ahmad Kamal? Okay, right, you said no. So I prepared something for you here. Kalau you boleh capture lah sebab dia ada online kan. Normally saya tak bagilah dekat student a perfect jawapan yang macam ni lah sebab nanti you tend to copy. You ambil je copy cut and paste Alright, so sorry about that. Tapi you boleh look through during lecture. Mungkin masa kalau you sempat salin, you sempatlah salin. Alright, okay. So no, in my opinion, it is not wise for Ahmad Kamal to ignore strategic planning, even if there are no competitors. They are because of the following reasons. Okay, so the first reason I think maybe we can say that the strategic planning is actually useful for management to plan. Nama pun strategic planning, right? Saya dah record ke?
Dah.
Okay, thank you. Alright. Strategic planning actually useful for management to plan. Nama pun strategic planning kan. So something that you have in advance kan. Right. So planning actually it is useful for management to plan because planning helps an organization to chart the cost for achievements. Maknanya you set the goal kan. You set the goals where you need to achieve. Maybe at the end of the year you plan to achieve target sales you berapa. Okay, so maybe each department pun akan buat. Maknanya bila you go for meeting, you as let's say the operation management ataupun you management accountant. Kalau management accountant kerja ni how to minimize the cost. Yang itu adalah kalau cost accountant itulah kerjanya. Okay, and you have to force your employee try to get the best price about your raw material and so on. So dia berasaskan kepada strategic planning. So the boss said that okay, this year we try to get this about 2 million year sales. Okay, nak tak nak you have to work for it. So you need to have the plan of action, right? So this helps the organization to achieve the goals. The process begin with Ahmad Kamal reviewing the organization current operation, right? Okay, so what you need to advise to Ahmad Kamal sebab dia kata dia nak ignore, betul tak? Dia tak ambil kisah pun dengan strategic planning. Okay, so actually strategic planning is very important. So Kamal need to look at the current operation and try to identify what needs to be improved operationally in the upcoming years. Alright, and from there, planning involves predicting the results the organization want to achieve and determine the step necessary to arrive at the intended destination. Suggestion saya dekat sini sikit saja. Kalau you nampak dia macam current operation, what needs to be improved operationally in the upcoming. So because I state here, planning involves predicting the results the organization want to achieve and determine the step necessary to arrive at the intended destination. Alright, jawapan ini sebenarnya kalaulah soalan ubah saya tak guna strategic planning, mungkin saya kata plan of action. Mungkin saya tukar strategic objective. Okay, why you need vision, mission, why you need strategic goals and so on. You cuma perlu ubah sikit-sikit dan sesuaikan dengan benda yang saya tanya dengan you. But the point actually basically it is the same. Alright, so you need to do here because the steps necessary to arrive at the intended destination, which is success. Okay, whether that is measured in financial terms or goal that include being the highest rated organisation in customer satisfaction. Alright, so kalau dekat sini kita tengok if we want to measure the success of the performance, also of course you will look at the financial terms, or maybe you can look at the satisfaction yang feedback from the customers tu, customer satisfaction form tu yang diorang isi dan sebagainya. So therefore you can calculate from there. That's why kalau you nampak banyak yang tanya tentang customer service kan, dia suruh you tolong jawab balik. Kalau you pergi servis kereta, kadang-kadang you gunakan perkhidmatan tertentu, you pergi dekat HEA, HEP pun dia minta you kalau you boleh isi yang customers satisfaction, because you want to know that their performance good or not. Alright, so they measure from there. Alright, so another reason is maybe about the establishing organisation goals. Saya sebenarnya tak risau sangat bab yang ni, sebab saya nampak hari tu bila you prepare jawapan dan sebagainya, nampak you boleh jawab kepada sini. Cuma saya cuba elakkan benda tu benda jawapan yang sama lah. Alright, so another point here, establishing organisation goals. Setting goals that challenge everyone in the organisation to strive for better performance is one of the key aspect of the planning process. Okay, ZPRIN goals must be aggressive but realistic and cannot allow themselves to become too satisfied with how they are currently doing, or they are likely to lose ground to competitors. So he actually satisfied with the current situation, with the current method. So therefore is actually too satisfied. They just don't care about the others kan. So therefore you can advise them, they must be they must allow for themselves to become better. Do not too satisfied with the current situation, even it is success, okay, because the environment change. All right, the goal setting process can be a wake-up call for Ahmad Kamal as managers that have complacent. The other benefit of goal setting comes when forecast results are compared to actual results. Organisation analyze significant variances from forecast and remedy situation. Okay, dekat sini kalau you nampak the manager, this goal setting process actually can be a wake-up call for him. You know why? Because when we look at the current situation now, so Ahmad Kamal mesti berubah kan, dia mesti take into consideration something happen outside there. You buat tak tahu je selama hari ni tiba-tiba ada someone enter into the industry, then dia masuk dengan large scale this quick copy, quick copy dia enter into the industry, dia become the a new market player in Melaka ataupun Aikeru tu, bukanlah dia betul-betul baru, dia adalah the existing market player as a whole. Tapi kalau dekat Melaka dia tak buka lagi. So now Ahmad Kamal need to do something because they need to compete with large company. Organisation large and small, kalau kita tengok efficient use of resources, for example, if you make planning ataupun you prepare strategic planning, kita buat setiap tahun kita pergi meeting strategic planning, selalunya akan ada meeting. Bila you dah kerja you akan tahu nak pergi mana. Strategic planning tak boleh meeting dekat rumah, tak boleh meeting dekat office, they need to go somewhere. Saya pun tak pasti apa, tapi mungkin just to change the environment, to get involved. Sebab apa, kalau pengalaman biasanya kalau kita buat dekat pejabat, semua orang nak balik cepat, semua orang nak pergi ambil anak, nak pergi lunch, yang nak itu, macam-macam alasan. So at the end strategic planning punya bengkel tak jadi sebab masing-masing ada hal masing-masing. So it is good if you use the time outside. Selalunya kita buat strategic planning ni where you can sit down and think about the use of the resources, for example. Okay, what are we going to do in future? Okay, how we want to make our resources use efficiently. Okay, then you have to look at every angle. Okay, katalah you ada revenue yang banyak, you juga ada mungkin employee yang cekap dan sebagainya, tapi ada one or two department yang tak maximize dia punya production dan sebagainya, so you can do something on it. Alright, you have to look especially on the production. If you are the manufacturer, of course you will look at the production. So therefore, one of the reason why you need to look at the strategic planning, because you are going to look at the efficiency of use of resources. And maybe through strategic planning, it helps you to managing the risks and uncertainty, where you can reduce the risks and uncertainty. Okay, even the largest, if you look at here, even the largest corporation cannot control the economic and competitive environment around them. Okay, kalau kita tengok in the real situation, a lot of market player getting bigger and bigger. Okay, if you are the existing market player and you have a stable position in the market, you also need to be careful because others is climbing up, others is doing something because they want to capture bigger target market. So they do something. If you don't do anything and respond to the small market player effectively, then you might lose the loyal customer. Yang itu. Okay, so therefore you need to secure yourself. Terus kita namakan dia sebagai managing risk and uncertainty. And then we look at this current situation when pandemic happen, if you don't have any preparation for that. Selalunya company, a small company will face a problem, but not to the large company because large company normally have a lot of reserve. So when come to the uncontrollable ataupun kita tengok external environment, the other day mungkin kita cerita tentang what we call the tentang politik, kita cerita tentang social, kita juga tentang ekonomi, kita juga cerita tentang beberapa faktor lain yang mana melibatkan risk tu and uncertainty. Then as a big company or small company, of course you have to deal with it quickly. Okay, you need to respond immediately. Alright, supaya kita takkan hadapi financial problems. Okay. Sebab itu kalau kita tengok this in the real situation, kita lihat ramai peniaga kita kesian kita tengok dekat SME especially small ataupun micro company. Saya buat satu study on the micro company SMEs. They can only last for 3 months, 6 months. Reserve yang dia ada tu tak banyak. And then even ada yang bila kita interview tu dia kata dia keluarkan semua duit tabung haji dan sebagainya to cover the cost. Because you rent somewhere. Betul tak? Bila masa you meniaga, you sewa kilang ataupun mungkin you nak bayar gaji pekerja. Okay, you juga nak bayar all the expenses yang continue ada kan setiap bulan. Operation punya cost kan, operational cost. So apa yang berlaku, dia orang keluarkan semua saving. So luckily government provide some loan yang bantuan-bantuan dan sebagainya for the SMEs or micros. Tapi kadang-kadang orang kita ni pula dia ambil langkah yang silap dia guna untuk benda lain. Okay, yang itu kita tak payah komen so therefore you have to remember, okay, when uncontrollable items ataupun uncontrollable issues happen in the around us, so therefore something need to be done quickly. Mesti buat cepat, maknanya apa yang kita nak plan, sebab yang tu mesti tak masuk. Macam kita tak plan lah masa kalau pandemik, apa nak buat, kita pun tak tahu pandemik nak berlaku kan. Alright, okay, so therefore you have to look at it. Alright, planning encourage development of what if scenario where managers attempt to envision possible risk factors and develop contingency plan to deal with them. So the pace of business change is rapid and organization must rapidly adjust the strategy to this changing condition. Alright, so itu satu. Dan kita lihat juga another point yang you boleh masukkan is about the team building and cooperation, where when you have this strategic planning, okay, you sit down together and this planning actually promote the team building and the spirit of cooperation. So through this we can develop a good relationship among our team members, okay, ataupun mungkin employees of the companies, okay, and then through this also we will feel that we are going together to achieve the vision of the companies. Vision biasanya mesti make profit lah, to sustain and so on. That is our mission, vision semua tu. Alright, the objective of the company to earn about 2 million this year, for example. So you feel that that is part of your responsibility. When you get involved in the team building or the cooperation there, so you think that is part of your responsibility. Okay. Ada orang dia buat tak kisah je dengan department dia, pandai kau lah buat sendiri dan sebagainya. That is not actually, sometimes mungkin lah kalau kita terlalu banyak responsibility, we might be jadi macam itu juga. Tapi kalaulah katakan at the beginning pun tak apa-apa lagi, dah you don't want to get involved, that is not right. Okay, be part of the company when you work, be nice to the company, help the company, work with heart. Kalau you tak nak, you jump to other company. Okay, leave the company. Tak ikhlas kerja, susah. Alright, so kalau you rasa you are not happy with that company because of certain thing, and then you think the company is not right, doing a bad thing in the company and so on, so you switch to other company for a good reason. Okay, dan bila kita kerja tu, kita kerja dengan baik dan kita kerja dengan amanah. Okay, so be a good employee in the future. Niat kita tu baik, insyaAllah kita akan dapat kerja yang baiklah, insyaAllah. Alright, so potential conflict can be reduced when top management solicit departments or division managers input during group setting. Betul tak? If you ask them to work together, right, and you let them give the opinion, then this will develop a good relationship among you and your managers. Let's say you are the managers now, how about the employees of the company? Kalau you bagi dia orang peluang untuk bagi pendapat, terima walaupun pendapat dia kadang-kadang, saya nasihatkan dia sebab contohnya besok bila you dah kerja, katalah pendapat itu datang daripada yang tak graduate dan sebagainya, sometimes you need to listen to them. Kalau you rasa you tak rasa pendapat itu tidak logik, you nak tolak pendapat itu pun dengan cara yang berhemah. Okay, make them contribute something. Kadang-kadang clerk ni apa semua ni, diorang ada yang bijak-bijak, tapi diorang tak dapat sambung belajar, ada sebab-sebab yang tertentu. Okay, dan tak semestinya idea orang pandai je yang bijak untuk buat idea. Kadang-kadang ada benda-benda yang kita tak perasan tapi orang bawahan kita akan realize. Alright, so give chance to them. Okay, don't look down to them, be nice to them. Okay, that is how you develop yourself and create the value. Okay, macam mana you jadi managers yang bagus, because you need to be humble to your employees. Okay, jangan rasa kita managers, we are so big and we earn so much, so we forgot about our future, past, yang tu kena ingat. Alright, okay. So other than that, maybe you boleh masukkan creating competitive advantage, okay, planning help to organization to get a realistic view of their current strength and weaknesses relative to major competitors. Okay, a lot of things that can be discussed here, and I know that you can discuss a few more. Okay, and you will give a reasonable and logical answer. That's why kalau you nampak dekat sini, I advise the teaching lecturers to accept any other reasonable and logical answer. Okay, maknanya whatever yang you discuss, kalau dia tidak redundant, then we will give marks. Okay, and I continue with B. Do you have any question with A? I hope that's fine with you. Okay, tapi saya sambung ya. Kalau saya laju, please stop me. Right, sebab kalau saya stop kadang-kadang saya lupa flow tu. Alright. Then I explain the effect of two related gender environment. Dan saya juga tak buat yang macam kita pakai PEDEX tu, sebab saya rasa dia ambil masa yang panjang, tak dapat buat banyak benda ya. And then today saya tak bagi you peluang untuk share you punya jawapan, but if you want me to check, then boleh post saja, tak ada masalah. Just because we have short time lah kita nak bincang. Kalau saya nak tengok semua orang punya jawapan so let me give this and share this for you to look at. Okay, so explain the effect of two related gender environment. Saya tak kata positive or negative, but I just simply want you to discuss about demographic factors. Kalau lah katakan demographic factors, it's easier for me to discuss, I think, about the demographic factors here because it relates to the universities. Ada aging population dekat situ, the rising affluence, the area, Aikaro tu, changes in ethnic composition, geographic distribution of population. Okay, and greater disparity in income level. You tak perlu buat macam saya ni, tak apa. Tapi during final, just in case the question tu ditanya dan you tak ada idea sangat, you boleh tulis lah to get the half marks. Alright, tapi sebenarnya dalam skema memang tak pernah bagi markah untuk definition. So the most yang saya boleh bagilah setengah markah. Okay, demographic touch about all these things. Okay, one of the demographic factors that can be considered is the population. So population rates in Aikaro are increasing, and this help Zekprin business development. Okay, and customers are the university students and government as well as private workers. You know that this ICRO area mungkin ada orang Melaka, mungkin bukan orang Melaka kan, so you tak tahu. Tapi these are the area, tapi saya rasa semua orang pernah datang di Melaka lah. Okay, bila holiday je jam dan sebagainya. Alright, so you know that this area is quite busy area, and it is nearby to this what we call the lot of government office here, plus the chief minister's office is around here. Alright, you know the Maidin is ada kat sini. You tahu ada a few college dekat area sini. Ada dekat Aikero ni je small IPTS lah. IPTS dekat belakang sana baru ada UTEM kan. Alright, so that's why I said a few universities here and the government office. So you know that the needs of this population. Alright, so you know that. I think you also know that how to answer this question when it touch about this photocopy machine. You know that siapa yang perlukan perkhidmatan ini, betul tak? Mana pula government? You rasa kan the government pun perlukan perkhidmatan tersebut. So, I mentioned here their offices are located in the vicinity of the rapidly growing area of Melaka. At the beginning of the business, Zprint is the only company. Kalau you nampak dalam case tadi dia ada mention. So, you discuss. At the beginning tu, maknanya in future you tahu dah sebab copy akan enter into the same industry. But at the beginning, Zprint is the only company that offer that services. Alright. So the customer have no choice. This has a great impact on Z business. Betul tak? Masa mula-mula buka, lepas tu tak ada pula orang lain, you conquer kawasan tu. So it give you good benefit. Dia bagi you good impact. Maknanya semua sale you tinggi. Memang sales you tinggi sebab tak ada competitors dekat situ. Alright, among other factors is the income level. Okay, the income level, if you look here, if you want to discuss about the income level, most customers do not have any problem with the rate imposed by Zprint, as most of them are working. And from there, we can conclude that demographic factors. Okay, you need to add some more here. Alright, so let's say you discuss about the government. Go back to the earlier part. The government at here, a lot of office here, the government biasanya dia tak buat fotokopi dia sendiri. Dia akan send for printing. So that's why government office dia akan buat order. Alright, bulk order. Normally, let's say the meeting memerlukan report and all the board members need to sit down and have the report. Saya pernah kerja dekat subsidiary bank negara at one time when that department is in charge about this projek perumahan terbengkalai. Alright. Before I join UiTM, I worked there for 2 years. So dekat situ, dekat bank negara, you tahu bank negara kan dekat mana? Okay, so dekat situ selalunya kita akan stay up, we go back pukul 1, pukul 2 kerana nak siapkan report. Masa tu, kita orang yang print sendiri, kita orang yang binding sendiri. All the works. Tu masa dulu lah. So sekarang ni semua dah ada duit banyak kan, semua go outside and then you ask them to print and then prepare the report, and then during the meeting, bila meeting tu kalau lah katakan satu board tak datang, kena postpone, especially masa tu the board of member tu bank negara punya board, chairmannya adalah Datuk Basir adalah Tan Sri Rafidah punya suami. Okay, so kalau dia seorang tak boleh datang, meeting postpone. Alright, so kita orang lega lah kalau dia postpone sebab report tu tak siap kan, dan we have to sit down and stay overnight. So benda-benda macam tu menyebabkan kita perlu cari orang luar. Okay, so therefore we go to this. For example here, they go to Zprint to get the services. Okay, ataupun selepas masuknya Q copy, quick copy, so dia bertukar juga, mungkin they have to share the sales yang ada sekarang, target market yang ada tu kepada dua lah, dah pecah dua, betul tak? Right, so selain sebelum kita masuk to the income level, and we know that the income level all the governments, government biasanya dia ada contract and they got no problem tu. pay for the fees, and the fees is quite cheap here. I think most of the student also don't have any problem because you already know kan, macam dekat lendu tu kat depan tu, buka apa banyak pun tak cukup juga, tak menang tangan juga, take few days to print something, because that is the nature of the university punya pembelajaran kan. Last time semuanya print. So mungkin in future apa akan jadi kalau semua benda kita guna soft copy. Itu question mark lah. Okay, kalau semua berubah kepada soft copy, online dan sebagainya, we don't need this printed copy, so we don't know the future of the printing company. Alright, another reason that you can use here is ataupun factors yang you boleh discuss ialah on the socio-cultural factors. Alright, influence the value, belief and lifestyle of the society. Saya pilih yang ni dua sebab saya rasa ni saya senang nak jawab. Ni senang nak jawab dan selalunya akan dapat lebih baik markah dia. So, in this case, customers' attitude and lifestyle such as students and government or private agency workers contribute positively to continuity of Print business. Students always want faster service at low prices. However, individual or customer employees are more focused on faster services. So, their constant daily needs and lifestyles has contributed to the Print business. Okey, jawapan saya sini tidak cukup panjang. Alright, kalau saya lihat kepada socio-cultural, okey, apa yang saya akan dapat dekat sini? Okey, saya akan bagi customer attitude, lifestyle, student and government private agency work positively to continue ni, saya akan bagi setengah. Student always want faster services, setengah. However, individual customer employees not focus, setengah. Constant daily need lifestyle is contributed, setengah. Saya baru dapat 2 atau 2.5. So you need to add some more. Alright, this is the guideline. Mungkin you boleh tambah sikit point daripada dalam case. Alright, so maybe you can take a few sentences in order for you to get full 3 marks. Okay, itu cara you nak jawab ya. Alright, kemudian section C here. Discuss in detail the impact of the following 2 forces of competition on the Print business sustainability. Alright, 2 forces of competition maknanya mestilah Porter's model, right? So when we look at the environment, okay, selain daripada gender environment ataupun pestle analysis, we also discuss about the forces competition model. Okay, so we have a few question. Saya rasa question asks about the threat of new entrant and also the bargaining power of buyer. Alright, so when we discuss about the threat of new entrant, we have a lot of type yang you nak jawab ni ada banyak. Bukannya semesti jawapan bentuk saya ni, but this is how you try to answer the question, to attempt the question. The threat of new entrant, for example, impacted the existing competitors and influenced the ability to existing firm to achieve the profitability. Alright, so in the case of Print business, kalau saya dekat sini tidak ada markah. Okay, tidak ada markah sebab memang skema jawapan tidak ada markah untuk definition. Alright, so what if you want to have the marks, okay, for the Print, okay, for the Print, the threat of new entrant impacted the existing competitors like quick copy. Oh, sorry, sebab sekarang ni tak boleh quick copy. No other competitors, alright? No other competitors because we talk about the threat of new entrant. So quick copy belum masuk lagi. Okay, so in order for you to get this half tick, so you may start with the for the Print. Okay, saya padam balik So that is how you to start with. Alright, so the threat of new entrant impacted. Okay, indeed, in the case of Print's business, there is a high threat of new entrant. Kenapa saya kata high threat? Because new entrants are likely to be attracted to the industry profit and can enter the industry with ease. Okay, if you want to enter into the industry, you need, maybe you can start with 1 or 2 machine. The capital requirement is not much, and I think the risk also not high. Okay, you may refer to the threat of new entrant here, where you can discuss about the entry barrier. Alright, so due to the low entry barrier, you can see that you can conclude that there is a high rate of new entrant. Okay, the new entrant entering the marketplace can threaten or decrease the market share and profitability of Zepprint business and may result in changes to existing product quality or price level. Okay, when you have the competition, okay, bila ada saja new company enter into the market, you basically will start to improve. You, let's say you adalah Zepprint, you are the existing market player. Sebelum ni you tak kisahkan, tapi bila someone enter into your industri, maknanya dalam industri yang you conquer sebelum ni, so you will do something. So that's why we can say and conclude that the may result in changes to existing product quality. Because in order for you to win your customers' heart, you have to improve the quality of the product. Your service will be improved. Okay, or the price level also will be improved. Improve maksudnya mungkin you akan reduce the price here. Alright, mungkin kalau dia hantar banyak-banyak, you akan offer dia a lower price. So a high rate of new entrant can both make an industry more competitive and decrease the profit potential because of the competition just now, and you start play with the price war and product war and so on. So therefore, this will lead to the reduction of the profit. Betul tak? Kalau dah harga turun, dia, secara logiknya saya tak susah sangat nak explain dengan you all ni. Sebab apa? Kita accounting, kita tahu kan turnover turun, apa nama, ataupun selling price turun, semualah profit memang turun lah ya. Alright, that is the relationship. When you talk about this, the financial statement in your head, I think, I know that walaupun kita tak tahu item yang detail-detail sangat tu, tapi that is the basic yang kita dah belajar dulu. Alright, so the trade of new entrant is high due to low entry barriers. For example, no required economies of scale, standardized or commodities product. Okay, for example, kita tak masuk lagi chapter 5, economies of scale especially we'll discuss in chapter 5 nanti. Tapi walaupun dia ada dekat earlier part, alright, so kalau kita tengok, kalau dia nak masuk, dia tak perlu pun to ensure that achieve bulk order dan sebagainya. Dia akan ambil masa. Dalam tempoh sehari dua dia dah boleh develop customer sebab we want it faster. Apa whatever we send to them, kalau boleh kejap lagi kita nak ambil dah. Betul tak? So kalau lah kedai ni dia boleh provide kita service yang on the spot dan sebagainya, we tend to go to this shop. Okay, to make our job ataupun work easier kan. Semua nak cepat dan kadang-kadang kita hantar benda last minute, kita nak orang buat cepat. Alright, so therefore this can develop, the relationship can be developed through that. Alright, so you don't need the economies of scale, standardized or commodities product, low initial capital investment requirement. Dekat dalam ni sebab ada low capital investment, low consumer switching cost. So maknanya kenapa kita pandang dari sisi ni, sebab kita adalah new entrants. Okay, so ada high trade sebab customer nanti dia tak boleh dekat Zepprint, they will switch to another company, a new company. For example, Quick Copy tadi. Sebab apa? They don't incur any switching cost. So it is easier for Quick Copy to steal the loyal customer. Sama kalau you tengok dia lagi lah company yang besar kan in this situation lah, in this case. Alright, so easy access to distribution channel and no relevant advantages due to local or property asset. So due to the high rate of new entrants, Zepprint business sustainability would be affected. Maybe you can see the revenue will be drop. Okay, then you may discuss about the going concern pun dekat situ, tak ada masalah. That is the end of the issue lah kalau kita nampak tentang threat of new entrant. Okay, hopefully you can answer it well. Okay, and now we look at the bargaining power of buyer. Alright, so we as a buyer here, when a strong group of buyer present in the market, a lot of buyer, maknanya strong group tu maknanya ramai, strong group of buyers is present in the market, it can significantly impact its product and selling decision. If only one buyer Then tak adalah strong mana one buyer. Tapi kalau buyer tersebut memang apa nama orang kata major clients you, ataupun kalau dia order memang dia order yang memang you boleh survive dalam you punya business, so that is different story lah. Alright, and the strongest power that buyers can exert is to lower prices. Okay, so what we have when we say about the strong group of buyers, we as a buyers, you and me, okay, and other people's outside here and trying to get the services from Zackprint. All right, so the price, he don't want to reduce the price. Cik Kamal dia tak nak pun reduce the price. So we, a group of people will play with him kan. Biasanya kita akan negotiate with him. Kalau dia tak nak, then we go to a new company, quick copy. So that's why kalau you nampak dia kata powers of buyer tu tadi dia boleh exert to the lower prices. Itu the lowest lah. Kalau dia tak boleh nak reduce sampai dia rugi kan. Okay, unless dulu dia pernah untung banyak, sekarang dia rugi sikit, tak apalah but they cannot do that. Alright, so that's why kita selalu guna can lower to the lowest prices, and this will impact the profit potential of Zackprint. Of course Zackprint akan rasa untung dia berkurang walaupun dia boleh jual ataupun buat servis yang sama. Alright, and buyers can also demand higher services. Okay, what else can you do as a buyer? Selalunya benda ni bukan kita demand sangat pun, dia secara tidak sengaja berlaku. Bila berlakunya persaingan, so of course kita akan go for good one. Betul tak? So they start to give better services or product and increase the competitiveness by forcing different company into price war. Okay, ada banyak. Kalau kita take example outside there, when we look at car lah paling senang kalau kita tengok automobile industry, dia start competing each other. Dia katalah kereta dia ni bagus, itu ini semua, lepas tu dia bagi free service, dia tak boleh turunkan price sebab price control kan. So dia buat product war dekat situ. Alright, so dia boleh maintain. So dia kata dia bagi 5 years free service. Nak tak nak you akan lah pergi service dekat dia. Bagus tak bagus dia punya service belakang kira, tapi because you want it to be free. Okay, so you still continue going to, for example kita tengok Honda lah. Honda yang ada, lepas tu saya tak pasti kereta lain. Okay, so biasanya saya tengok Toyota pun bagi kereta-kereta mewah, saya tak pasti. Alright, so this is how you compete in the industry. And all these factors end up decreasing the attractiveness of the industry by lowering its profitability. At the end of the day, semua orang duk play with this what we call product war, price war and so on. Akhirnya nanti lama-lama dia boleh berubah no longer orang kata attractive. Just because alah tak gunalah masuk dalam industri tu sebab untung dia sikit sangat. Another industry yang you tahu ialah yang jual mini market ataupun kedai runcit. The margin is very small, you know. Satu produk tu kadang-kadang 2-3 sen je. Siapa yang minat dengan mini market siapa yang minat dengan kedai runcit dan sebagainya, dia nampak a genuine cash. Okay, you can what we call, you can earn cash. Dia kita panggil cash cow business. Okay, cash cow business where generate income cash. Every day you ada cash kalau orang datang kedai you lah. Alright, tapi kalau you garang macam singa, tak ada orang nak pergi kedai you, dia pergi kedai lain. Tapi kalau you friendly, you develop good relationship with your customers and so on, the customer will go to you. But the problem is the margin is too low. That is based on my experience. Saya tahu the margin kita jual air tu berapa sen je untung dia sebenarnya. Tapi lain cerita kalau air tin, air yang jual dalam seperti apa nama tu, T-Life yang suka sekarang kan. Okay, itu untung dia besar. Alright, tapi they have to pay the franchise fee. Alright, in this case the bargaining power of buyers is powerful because then I start my discount. Powerful because saya tunjukkan dekat sini. Saya cerita dulu kat atas tadi, tapi the reason is the number of market player increase. Therefore, buyers now have more choices to choose from. When buyers are fewer and more concentrated in numbers, for example, they have a higher power over the seller during the semester holidays. For example, in this case, the seller's sale revenue will be dependent on these few customers. They will not be able to ignore any demand. So maknanya kalau time tak ada demand tu, berapa pun orang minta, you akan fulfill lah. And then another thing that you need can consider is the undifferentiated product. Alright, so Zprint as a market player sell a standard or undifferentiated product. So then they will usually have the demand from their existing buyer to provide differences in terms of services or product, because the buyer are free to switch to other competitors if they offer better services and prices. So many competitors are supplying the same type of service. A buyer will explore possibilities. That is actually basically come from your text lah. Alright, and another thing that can be included here is the switching costs are low for a buyer. Any dissatisfaction with a seller or services will lead to loss of business. You pernah experience marah dengan you punya seller kan? Selalu kita experience macam tu kan? Kadang dia action, kadang dia what we call cakap besar, kadang dia tak peduli kat kita, kita dah setengah jam tunggu nak beli dan sebagainya, dia nak tak nak je layan, kita pun marah, let go tu ada shop so because we incur switching cost yang rendah, so I just go to any other shop lah. Banyak faktor yang menyebabkan kita akan switch to another seller, especially when come to the price or the service, will lead to loss of business, as the buyer will be able to find an alternative with minimum hassle and inconvenient. Apatah lagi sekarang you all boleh beli secara online. Alright. Therefore, sikit je saya punya recommendation at the end of my discussion. Therefore, Zprint needs to take some action to combat the two forces to sustain in the industry. Kenapa saya jawab tu pendek saja? Sebab soalan bukan tanya tentang suggest ways to improve based on the two forces of competition. Soalan tanya discuss the impact. Bila discuss the impact, ceritalah impact sahaja. Boleh sikit you conclude about the case. Okay, that is how you conclude apa yang patutnya dia buat. Alright, saya ingatkan student, strategic management jawab apa soalan tanya. Jangan terbawa-bawa jawab soalan 661 macam jawab 671. 671 is different. 671 memang banyak kita minta opinion student, so that's why when you present a lot of mark for your recommendation, your suggestion, you markah untuk you identify saja. Kalau you nampak dalam past semester's question, nanti you boleh nampak identify the issue. It is only about 5 mark or 10 marks. Okay, where you need to list 5 issues, lepas tu you akan ada jumpa dekat situ 5 issues 10 markah. Maknanya satu isu dapat berapa je tu? Dapat 2 markah saja. So which is not a thorough discussion. Tapi bila come to discuss, suggest, recommend, that is how you play your part. Okay, we want to look at your critical thinking dekat situ. So how you want to develop, for example, case pertama interesting kan, dia terlibat dengan kita punya strategic management. Case yang kedua you boleh masukkan, tapi saya tak tahu siapa ajar you. Alright, tu. Tapi kalau you lihat dekat case yang kedua, mungkin dia hanya guna certain benda if you want to study about the environment yang what we call this gender environment ataupun passive analysis, dengan juga you punya porters lah. Alright, so that is how you want to look at the industry dari segi untuk case yang kedua tu. Apa yang melibatkan strategic management, sedikit tentang ratio. Saya tahu you kena kira ratio sikit. Alright, maybe that more on the ethics and corporate governance, the issues on corporate governance should be presented. The main thing, saya rasa you pun dah bincangkan dengan lecturer you. Alright, so that is how you improve lah. Okay, that is part C of the question. Okay, sikit lagi ya. Alright, so we look at how we want to answer this question. This is how things relates to competitive advantage. Alright, do you think Zprint's superior customer service will still be a competitive advantage in the long run? Support your answer with the 4 criteria of sustainable competitive advantages. Alright, student kena ingat, saya tanya ramai yang tak perasan pun, dia ingat kedai, dia ingat saya tanya dia tentang kedai. Tentang Zprint itself, whether the Zprint is going to sustain or not. But actually saya tak tahu, kalau you ada try jawab soalan ni, the answer maybe ada yang jawab betul, mungkin ada yang salah. Okay, so kita lihat dekat sini, do you think that a superior customer service would still be a competitive advantage in the long run for Zprint? Okay, so kalau you nak conclude, no, I think Zprint superior customer service. Sebenarnya saya tak tanya tentang Zprint, saya tanya tentang service Zprint. The superior, what do you mean by the superior customer service? So maknanya excellent customer service tu sendiri, adakah dia akan sustain in the future? Okay, teknik dia, the teknik yang dia buat untuk loyal customer, menyebabkan ada wujudnya loyal customer in this situation. So to me, kalau you nak discuss dulu, the judgment can be made based on the 4 criteria, based on the sustainable competitive advantage. Then you start to discuss about the valuable. Alright, so where here I mentioned about the valuable, the superior customer service is considered valuable since Zprint is the pioneer or the only firm that use that strategy. Kalau you tengok dalam case mention, right? So dia bagi superior customer service. So superior customer service mungkin dia excellent, dia ambil ke, dia bagi apa ke yang sepatutnya dan sebagainya, apa benda, adalah servis dia yang menarik hati you. Dan satu lagi, disebabkan tak ada kedai lain, this firm is the only company available at that time masa tu, so we consider that as a value lah, dia sangat valuable lah dia punya customer service tu. Okay, so it is considered valuable when Zprint enable the formulation and implement the strategy that improve efficiency and effectiveness. Zprint can enjoy the economies of scale since they receive very good demand in the market because of no other competitors. Ataupun kalau dalam case you tengok ada few competitors, small market player, not many competitors, right? However, suppose Zprint cannot neutralize trade and exploit opportunities in the long run. Okay, so it no longer be valuable in the future. Katalah in this current situation, dia memang dia satu je. So bila quick copy masuk dengan large scale, establish dah dia dekat tempat lain, well known sebenarnya dia, sebab dia adalah, kalau you nampak dia, you boleh justify dekat sini because quick copy is one of the best, dia leader dekat dalam industri, cuma dia tak ada dekat Melaka sahaja. So dia, kalaulah Zprint ni dia tak boleh neutralize the threat and exploit the opportunities in the long run, okay, then the strategy yang dia guna may no longer be valuable since competitors will also come out with the same strategy. And you may see that if you look at the case, quick copy may have better services. You know why? Because they have 3 shop outlet kan yang dia acquire. So mungkin dia ada ramai employees and they can serve the customer better. Alright, so therefore the strategy will no longer valuable in the future. Okay, so in the long run. Okay, kalau soalan tanya in the long, advantage in the long, tertinggal in the wrong run. The long run due to the following, yes, you may say that in the future. Currently, yes, sebab tak ada lagi orang yang memberikan perkhidmatan yang sama. Ataupun kalau dia cerita tentang current, you may say that currently. Jangan salah tapi kalau dia kata dulu, last time, okay, dan now new entrants enter into the industry, dah ada duduk dalam industri masuk. So what happened was last time, okay, you may use the word of at the beginning of the business. Zprint is the only company available in the market. Therefore, the customer will go to them and they found that this superior customer service is apa nama orang kata develop the loyalty to the company. Tapi once quick copy masuk, then maybe quick copy try to become more better, serve them better, and apa nama kalau Zprint tak buat apa-apa, tak respond on the trend, and then this may lead to the failure of the company. Alright, failure tu belumlah lagi kita tutup, tetapi maknanya dia akan decrease in sales and so on, reduce the profit, revenue. Macam-macam lah you boleh discuss in terms of the impact tu tadi. You can end your discussion with that. Alright. And if we look at the rare factors here, Zprint superior customer service is considered rare. No other competitors implement the same strategy in the market. That is at the beginning. Okay, mungkin kita boleh kata kat sini, you boleh at the beginning. Okay. Zprint superior customer service is considered rare since no other competitors implement the same strategy in the market. However, the competitors will also start thinking about the same strategy. Of course, you learn from your customer. Katalah you new entrant, you masuk dalam industri, you nak capture market, you mesti buat itu, buat ini to fight the existing, to be apa nama orang kata at the same level of the current company yang memang ada, the existing market player. You katalah new entrants, you will do the same thing and start to think about the same strategy, or maybe you will come up even better punya pilihan kan. Okay, so you start thinking about the same strategy which would give customers more choices to go to. So once many customers offer the same, it is bukan customers, competitors offer the same, it is unlikely that the capabilities of the business become competitive. Therefore, Zprint's superior customer service would no more be its competitive advantage in the long run. So, in this type of question, maybe kita boleh start dengan at the beginning, and in the future may no longer sustainable kalau dia tak take action. Alright, it is same thing happen to your 671, sama ada dia attractive atau nak tidak. Okay, in the future, okay, you have to look at the situation. Okay, so mungkin boleh discuss on the 4 criteria. Okay, you kena tengoklah lecturer you lecture strategic management ke tidak. Kalau tak perlu discuss because they not familiar with all this. Okay. And then we discuss about the easy to imitate. Another point here that you can look at the another criteria, whether it is easily to imitate. Bukan kalau you baca buku yang lama sangat, kita akan pakai costly to imitate. So jangan salah guna terms totally you salah. Sebab itu boleh menunjukkan saya tahu dah you pakai bukan buku lama yang ni. Kadang-kadang you pakai buku teks lain yang menggunakan costly to imitate, ataupun suggested solution from the seniors, maybe it is costly to imitate. Okay, the new textbook, the current textbook discuss about whether the product ataupun whether the customer service is easily to be imitated. So in this situation, Zprint superior customer service considered easily imitated. You don't have specialty, in fact, just because of no other market player in the industry. Okay, so the competitor will eventually discover a way to copy most of the available resources of superior customer service and produce the same type of services. All right. Once many competitors copy their strategy and offer the same services, and it is unlikely that the capabilities of the business become competitive. Again, if we look at the long run, we can conclude that it will no longer be your competitive advantage. Okay, so kalau in the future lah, maknanya semua kita punya competitor boleh copy saja kita punya strategi. Katalah kita superior customer service kita ialah you call me, let's say I have the shop here, and then you call me, I go and take the things that you want to photocopy, and then I make a copy after I ready everything, then I send back to you. Saya buat delivery tu semua dan sebagainya. So of course you will feel happy. That is considered my superior customer service. Tiba-tiba ada pula orang lain tiru juga buat benda yang sama. So they have another choice kan. So why not? Maybe yang tu bagus pula. Lagi kemas kerja dia, teratur dan sebagainya, rapi, bungkus baik, letak dalam ni dan sebagainya, just to satisfy you as a customer. So therefore you will jump to another customer. So I think in future that's superior customer service would not be longer, would not be what we call a competitive in the long run. All right. And difficult to imitate. Let's say we discuss about another or last point here. It's about the difficult to substitute. Okay, whether it is substitutable or not. The substitute product kan. Okay, whether it is substitute or not. Let's see whether it is difficult or not. So you have to look here. Zprint superior customer service is not difficult to be substituted in the long run or even in the short run. Okay, the competitor will start to think about coming out with the same strategy or even providing their customers with better services. All right, and the competitors will always have a better technique to satisfy their customers. Selalunya second mover ataupun late mover, they will enjoy a few benefit from there. Okay, the second mover will learn from the mistake of the first mover, so that's why they can develop a better technique to satisfy their customer. They can come up with a few strategies to overcome you. Okay, to overcome your strategy, right? And this would then give customers a better reason to switch to other competitors. Okay, once many competitors offer the same, it is unlikely again that the capability of business become core competencies, right? And therefore, we can conclude here that Zprint superior customer service would not be a competitive advantage in the long run. Okay, that is that is how you discuss lah okay about this case. And I think hopefully mungkin saya agak laju. It's already 2 hours Kejap. I save this. Alright. Okay. Let me stop the recording.